Yeah guys, in this video, so we are going to discuss about how to create a ASP.NET Core web application in this particular .NET Core, and let us try to understand what will be the changes compared with our .NET framework. So first, let us create a new application. So here I am going to select ASP.NET Core, not MVC guys. MVC I will discuss in the next video. So here you are going to select ASP.NET Core web application. Must and should, it should be C# only. So C#, Linux operating system it is going to be supported, Mac operating system, Windows operating system, cloud services also. So it is going to be a web application. Earlier we created console application. You can click on next. So it is going to ask for the name of the application, path, this all you know. You can click on next. So here you can select .NET framework, .NET Core version. So I am selecting 5.0. So I am unchecking this option, configure for HTTPS. If you are clicking this option, so every time it is going to ask for the SSL certificate. So that is the reason I am just unchecking, and the authentication type is none. So these authentications I already covered at the time of .NET framework ASP.NET MVC. So you already remember what is individual authentication, so Microsoft Identity Authentication, Windows Authentication. So let's not select any authentication, let it be none. So click on create option. So now this project is going to be created. So the same project you can create by using the CLI also, but you have to use a .NET space new space. So here web option you need to select, web app otherwise. Okay. So in case if you are using Visual Studio, you have to follow that command. So here if you see again guys, so this connected services, this is for Azure whenever we are using the cloud topics. So this is going to be useful, you can ignore it as of now. So dependencies means whatever the DLLs that we installed, so those all things will be, you can see it from this particular dependencies folder. So this is also not required as of now. So in the properties option you have launch settings. So here you can see a JSON file. As of now, if you observe in .NET framework, we are going to have everything in an XML format. Coming to this .NET Core, they had selected the file options or system configurations, project configurations, everything by using a JSON file. So this is your project, URL. Whenever you execute, you will see this URL. So SSL is not available. That is the reason disable. So after that you can see the server options. So we are using IIS Express version. So the development server URL is this one. So this is your project URL, this is your URL when you run with CLI, this is the URL you can see in the browser. So these are the settings available in this particular launch settings.json file. So after that if you see www root, here you have only chance to keep the libraries, the predefined libraries or CSS files, JavaScript files. So the previous vendor library files, if you have anything, those are we are going to keep under www root. So the common CSS, the common JavaScript files we are going to keep under this folder www root. The major thing next, you have the option called pages guys. You have the option pages. So if you remember my MVC topics, whenever I am going with ASP.NET framework, ASP.NET MVC in .NET framework, I said so MVC is going to be executed as per the URL pattern. So localhost : whatever the URL is there, this is the application name. After that you will see controller name. Later you can see the action method name and question mark ID is equal to some parameters. So this is the URL pattern I explained you. I hope you remember all these things. So now here there are some pages. So by default index will get executed because they had targeted to execute this particular index page by default. So guys, here you need to notice one new option here. So every particular page, earlier we are using views, here this is page. So if you click this option, you can see one CS file attached with this particular view file also. So if you open this, you can see there will be on get and on post methods will be there. So this is your HTTP get, similar to your HTTP get method. So similar to your HTTP post method. So these two are get connected as one unit. So here this @page is going to explain to the compiler there will be a CS file with the same name. So where .cshtml will contain only UI and design, but it supports C# code also. So this CS file will contain the business logic. This is how it was implemented. Suppose let me execute, later we can see what we can modify and how you can customize this particular index, or how you can create a new page also. That options I am going to cover in this video. So now you can see, so this is your application / index, the name of the page. So this is the page that is getting executed. So here they wrote some logic, they wrote some HTML content. So I just want to add some more new code here on get before loading the page in the browser. So HTTP get method will be get called, right? That we are already aware about that one. So here you can save this particular data in view data. So view data of message equal to some dear user welcome, some message. Just for example, I am trying to show you how we can transfer data from this particular page code CS file to normal view page. So here you can directly take some h2 or any other tag. So you can write view data of, so the name of the element message. Now simply execute this one. So you can see this, guys, IIS Express will be default for .NET applications. Whenever you want to customize this for Crystal or any other server, you can use that one. So you can see you got this code from your onGet method. Like the same you can use onPost method also. So I hope you can compare this with your MVC. So this is about index, what they given. Now in case if I want to create a new application, new page, so right click on the page, go to add. So here you can use Razor page. Razor means we already studied about this Razor engine at the time of ASP.NET MVC. So Razor engine is nothing but, so it is going to support both HTML UI code and as well as C# code as one unit. So you can see this. Here you can select Razor page with empty. So in future classes you can also we can create pages by using entity framework along with CRUD operations also. Now I am taking empty one. So it is asking for the name. Suppose here sample. So now it is going to create a page with the name sample.cshtml. It contains .cs file also. So again here, in case if you want to write some code logic, you can write that code logic here. So view data or temp data, you can use any one. So time equal to datetime dot now. So here you can print by using any of the tag. So view data of time, that's it. So now you can execute, but by default it is going to execute index page only. So in case if I want to execute my particular sample page, so /sample should be used here. So you can see this one, by default index was executed, later I can execute sample. So you can see this one. Like that you can create number of pages and link them by using this particular anchor tags available in layout.cshtml, similar to our MVC. Under shared folder you can see layout.cshtml. So you can remember this is going to be similar to our ASP.NET MVC layout.cshtml page. But only thing is, there we are using @HTML helper classes. Instead of that one, here in .NET 5 they completely used regular HTML tags to avoid confusion. Okay. So whenever you want to give the link, you can give by href, otherwise you can use ASP-page. So this is the page they are giving. Suppose I just want to link my sample page, so sample, so the page name also sample here. This is displayed to the end user. This is the name of the page I am trying to call. I just created sample.cshtml, right? That is the reason. Here link name also I am using the same. Let me execute and check whether it is working or not. Now you can see I have the sample button. If I click, it will get redirected. If I click home, index will get executed. So like that you can create the page and you can link them in this particular menu navbar. Okay, so you can customize the name of the application from here. So this is the container navigation brand. Okay, so this is how you can create ASP.NET Core web application with the help of Razor engines. Okay guys, so in the next video we can see how we can create a ASP.NET Core web MVC web application, and how we can create entity framework approach in .NET Core. What will be the code changes? These things we can cover in the next session. Thank you.